you're dealing with any pain, fatigue, emotional containment, and food intolerance, being with the blank, for instance, pain, being with the fatigue, being with the food, or being with the emotion, those will help in making you go from an inflamed, puffy, kind of hurting state to a flatter. You'll notice everything feels lighter going inwards. How you do this is being with the pain. You isolate wherever you have pain. And if that's in your hand or in your sciatic nerve, you would isolate that mentally. And then very similar to clenching your fist, if you had a mental fist, you would clench on it several times as hard as you can. And then over time, you'll see that you will feel much lighter. Everything will go inwards and the pain will dissipate. Same thing for being with the fatigue. You can't really quite locate it on your body, but it is somewhere in the, for me, it's usually top right of a mental space. I can feel the fatigue draining my body. It's a point. And what you want to do is you want to take that and again, clench, be with it. When you do so, over time, the fatigue will go away and you'll feel towards the end a very energetic kind of brief bits of pleasure. And when you feel that, usually the best descriptor is it breaks in a great way. And you have no more fatigue. Being with the food, somewhere in the gut, it's not quite pain, but there's something. You want to clench, again, the fists, mental, in that area. And then over time, you'll notice that you'll be very calm. So everything will kind of go downwards. And then finally, being with the emotion. Similarly, once you start feeling that emotion, you want to, for instance, sadness, the moment you feel like a tear is coming on, you want to focus on that emotion, very similar like fatigue, where it's a node, and then you press on it and get it all out. One final note on food, it's much more important to enjoy pleasure and actually seek the pleasure when you're tasting food rather than just being with it. Both help, but pleasure is much better.